Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn chemistry. The first lesson is metallurgy in 12th standard. It comes from inorganic chemistry. Okay. So here we are going to learn in metallurgy. You already know about extraction of metals and their uses in wire gas itself. But in this, as per the 11th standard, you are going to study about how the metal is going to extract from their ore. Okay. So before that, let me know about how the metals are occurrence. Occurrence means what? Where the metals are obtained. Okay. We know that most of the metals exist in combined form under a earth crust and seabeds, and few metals like gold, silver, platinum, they are called as native metals. Native metal means they do not react with the air and water. They are so expensive. They do not combine with most of the impurities. Okay, so they are called as native ores. Some metals, most of the metals are called as alkali metals. Alkali metals means the metal which is obtained from plant ash, like that. Those metals are exist in combined form. Combined form means like halide, carbonate, sulfate, chloride. All the inorganic substances are associated with various metal along with the earthy impurities. Okay, that's why they are called the combined form. They are called as minerals. Okay, so in our lesson, the first topic is mineral and ore. Okay, mineral and ore. So what is in by mineral and what is in by ore? Definitely this question will be asked in a 12th standard. Okay, especially in this lesson, as per the government, 6 to 9 marks will be asked. Okay, minerals and ore. Minerals. Okay, minerals means what? The metal which exists in combined form, like sulfide, chloride, carbonate, many other inorganic compounds, along with the earthy impurities like gangus or matrix. You know what is in a gangu or matrix? Kallu, mannu. Okay, that we call as what? Minerals. Okay, for example, if you take an iron, 80% of inorganic compounds are associated with the iron. Okay, for example, the best of iron is hematite. Okay, so these are combined form only. From that combined form, we are going to extract the metal. Okay, so next we are going to study about the ore. What is in the ore? The metal which is going to extract, it should be conveniently, profitably, and we get more amount of metal. That's we call as ore. All the ores are called as minerals, but all the minerals are not ore. Okay, this is one of the point that we are going to difference between minerals and ore. Sometimes they'll ask the difference between minerals and ore. Then you have to write. Minerals means metal which exists in combined form with inorganic compounds along with the earthy impurities. Various metals are associated. We call as what? Minerals. Come to the ore, the metal which is extracted conveniently, profitably, more amount of metals are obtained. They are called as what? Ores. All ores are called minerals, but all minerals are not ore. Okay. See, let me take a few examples to differentiate these minerals and ore. For example, if you take aluminium, okay, a simple example, aluminium. This aluminium has many types of ores. Okay, let me compare with the two type of ore. One is called as a bauxite. Another one is called as a clay. Okay, the formula for bauxite is Al2O3.2H2O. Clay Al2O3SiO2.2H2O. See, from this bauxite we are going to extract aluminium. From this clay, we are also going to extract aluminum. So we can take aluminum from both the ore. But one thing we have to keep remember that by taking the aluminum from bauxite, it's very easy. First step, it is not so expensive. Economically, it is very easy, and you get more amount of yield of ammonia will be more here. But in the case of aluminum from clay, the yield of ammonium will be very less. You have to spend more amount of energy. So economically, it is more expensive. That's why the bauxite is a best ore for aluminum. Okay. Moreover, bauxite and clay are together called as what? Minerals only. Okay. But as per the definition for ore, the metal which is going to extract profitably, conveniently is called as what? Ore. Okay. Students, you have to keep remember that there is a two question will be asked in this topic. What is in mineral? What is in ore? Difference between minerals and ore. Okay. Okay. Let me go through that ores. There is a different types of ores are there. Okay. For example, halide ore. Okay. Halide ore is example rock salt. Okay. Rock salt, NaCl. Okay. Next, carbonate ore. Limestone. CaCO3. Dolomite. Something like that. Next, sulfate ore. Copper sulfate, okay, blue vitriol, even green vitriol, okay. Next, white vitriol also there, not white vitriol, green vitriol. Next, sulfide. Sulfide, we call it as what? Best example, ZNS and PBS. This is called as a zinc blend. It is a ore of zinc. This is called as a galena. It is a ore of lead. Likewise, oxide ore is there. Oxide, like hematite. Okay, Fe2O3. Okay, Fe2O3. Bauxite. So there is a different types of ores are there. Okay. So from the different types of ores only we are going to extract a metal. Okay. So we have to choose the best ore to extract the metal. Okay. Okay. Next topic. How we are going to extract it. Okay. First of all, you know what is in the metallurgy. Metallurgy is a process of extracting metal from the ore. Okay. Just extracting metal from ore. Okay. So, in order to extract the metal from ore, we have to follow various steps. Okay. There is a 3 steps we have to follow. Okay. 3 steps. Okay. Various steps. Bracket we can put 3 steps. In order to extract a metal from the ore. First step we call it as what? Concentration. Okay. So concentration of ore. Concentration means what? There is a first technique. That means we have to remove the unwanted earth impurities. Okay. The ores are obtained from earth because it contains many gangus matrix. Okay, gangus or matrix. So in order to remove this gangus or matrix, we have to follow a first method that is called as a concentration. In Tamil we call it as a adarpirital. Okay, this is the first step. Okay, next second step, extraction of crude metals. Extraction of crude metal. So extraction of crude metal from ore. Okay, so we have to follow here 2 steps. That is, first step is conversion of metal to metal oxide, and second step reduction of metal oxide to metal. Okay, and third step is a very important step that is called as a refining. Okay, refining or purification. So after extracting the metal, it contains many impurities. So in order to remove these impurities, we have to follow the 3 steps. Okay, So this is the third 3 mark questions. Write the various steps involved in metallurgy. Means you have to write this: a concentration of ore, extraction of crude metal, and the reduction or refining or purification. So these are the 3 steps we are going to follow for extracting the metal from their ore. Okay. So let us study one by one. Okay, how this metal is going to extract. This full lesson is going to cover this topic only. Okay, next topic we are going to see about the 3 methods. Okay, concentration of ore, extraction of crude metal, refining or purification in next video. As we have seen that what are the various steps involved in extracting metal from their ore. Okay, that various steps only we are going to see now. Okay, the first step is concentration. Okay, so concentrating the ore. Okay, concentration of ore. Concentration of the ore. So this concentration is one of the technique which is used to remove unwanted earthy impurities like gangus or matrix. Okay, there is a different methods are there. These different methods can be used, which depends upon their ore. Okay, for example, the first method is a gravity separation. In this method, gravity separation is a process. Gravity separation is a process of extracting, removing unwanted earthy impurities, like oxide type of ore. Oxide type of ore. Oxide type of ore means hematite. Okay, hematite. For example, Fe2O3, bauxite, Al2O3. So these are called as oxide ore. Oxide ores are concentrated by gravity separation process. In this method, let me draw a small diagram here. Okay, here is some reservoir is there. Reservoir means it's a collector which is to collect. Okay, in this method, the oxide ore is pressed, crushed, and powdered. Okay, it is taken in a top of the reservoir. Here, by passing a running water, okay, running water or stream of water, okay, so or current of water. When you are when you are washing this lighter ore particles or passing the running water, the lighter ore particles are washed away and it is collected in a separate reservoir. The heavier ore particles like gangus or matrix are settled in the sloping steps itself. Okay, so such a method, such a type of removing unwanted earthy impurities is called as what? Gravity separation. Usually this method is also called as a hydraulic wash. The other name is called as a hydraulic wash. Okay, so gravity separation is one of the technique of concentrating the ore particles. First of all, the ore should be crushed and powdered. Okay, and it is taken in a reservoir. By passing a current of water or running water or a stream of water, the lighter ore particles are washed away and it is collected here. The heavier ore particles are settled in the sloping step itself. Okay, such a method of washing the lighter ore particles are called as what? Hydraulic wash, or the other is called as a gravity separation. This is the first method in a concentration. Let me see a second method that is a very important method called as a float flotation process. Okay, float flotation. Okay, so float flotation is a process, and this is one of the type of concentrating ore like a sulfide ore. Okay, sulfide ore means, for example, galena. The formula is PBS. Okay, zinc blend. Okay, ZNS. So such a type of ores like a sulfide ore are concentrated by float flotation process. Okay, so in this method, let me see a small diagram here. But go through the diagram in your textbook. I am just drawing a simple diagram. Okay. Okay. Okay, method is called a float flotation. In this method, first of all, the ore should be powdered, crushed and powdered. It is mixed with a small quantity of water. Okay, then it is added with a floating agent like a pine oil or eclotypes oil. Okay, eclotypes, thylamarth and the mint oil like that. Then a small amount of collector is added like a sodium ethyl xanthate. Okay, sodium ethyl xanthate is called as a collector. It is added near one particle taken in a beaker. Okay, there is a small pipe is inserted. Through this pipe, the air is agitated. Okay, while passing the air continuously, the pine oil makes the ore particle to produce a froth because the collector which is attached to the ore, the collector molecules attached to the ore particles makes the ore water repellent and it creates a froth. Okay, because the pine oil is there. Okay, the pine oil when it is mixed with the water due to the surface tension, it will reduce the surface area and it will produce large amount of froth. Okay, during the froth, the lighter ore particles are come along with the froth. Heavier ore particles like gangue, matrix are settled in the bottom of the tank. Now the ore particle is skimmed, froth is skimmed off and taken in a separate reservoir where it is dried. Okay, we can regenerate the ore particles. Okay, such methods are called as what? Flotation process. Okay, then sometime there we are adding a depressing agent. Sometimes the depressing agent will be added. Depressing agent. What is in the depressing agent like a sodium cyanide, sodium carbide is added. What are the uses of depressing agent? Sometimes you will ask in a public exam, why we are adding a depressing agent? Okay, depressing agent why we are adding during the froth flotation means sometimes, for example, if you are going to concentrate a galena, PBS, okay, PBS, this PBS, it contains zinc sulfide as a impurities. Okay, so this is also sulfide. We are adding a depressing agent. Okay, depressing agent. So depressing agent like a sodium cyanide, sodium carbonate, etc. Okay, this depressing agent is actually added to froth flotation to retain the impurities in the bottom of the tank itself. For example, if you take galena, okay, this galena is a ore of lead. So we are going to concentrate this lead, okay, but the galena has zinc sulfide as a impurities. Okay, it's our duty, we have to remove this zinc sulfide impurities. But though it is both are sulfide ore, together while froth flotation, together the ore itself coming on the froth itself. So in order to retain this zinc sulfide, we must add a depressing agent like sodium cyanide and sodium carbonate. Okay, sodium cyanide. Okay, when it is added to galena, it reacts with zinc sulfide, forming a sodium tetracyanosyncate disorder. A complex compound disorder. This complex compound makes the zinc sulfide retained in the bottom of the tank itself. But galena, it comes up of the froth and we can separate it from the impurities. That's why they are using as a depressing agents. Okay. Next, finally, we come to the third method that is called as the magnetic separation process. Okay, this is one of the method concentrating the ore. Okay, if your ore has some magnetic particles, it is removed by this method. Okay, here the two metallic roller is there. One is R1, another is R2. R1 is a non-magnetic roller. R2 is a magnetic roller. Here a small cooper is there, just like a funnel. Here the ore is powdered. Okay, and it is passed through a cooper. The powdered ore passes through a belt, through a magnetic roller. The magnetic substance stick in the roller itself. Non-magnetic systems are fell down and form a heap. Small heap is there. Then when the belt moves to the non-magnetic area, non-magnetic roller, the magnetic substance are fell down here. So in this way we are going to separate magnetic substance from non-magnetic substance in a ore. This method is called as what? Magnetic separation. Usually wood frame and the whole of tin can be removed by this method. Then we continue next topic called leaching. Leaching. Okay. So we already seen gravity separation, force flotation, magnetic separation. Finally, we are going to see about leaching. Okay. What is in by leaching? Leaching is also one of the technique to remove the unwanted earthy impurities like gangus or matrix. Okay. Here, the ore should be powdered. Okay. The ore should be powdered. The powdered ore is mixed with suitable solvent. Okay. So while mixing with the suitable solvent, the metal which is present in ore, okay, is mixed soluble in solvent. Okay. Soluble in solvent, forming a soluble salt or complex. But impurities are insoluble. Okay. So we can easily filter the impurities and we can regenerate the metal from the soluble salt or complex. So this process is called as a leaching. Leaching means is one of the technique to remove the unwanted earthy impurities like gangus or a matrix. In this method, the ore should be powdered and mixed with a suitable solvent. The metal in a ore soluble in a solvent make a soluble in solvent and producing a soluble salt or a complex salt. Okay. The impurities are insoluble in a solvent. We can easily remove the impurities by filtrations and we can regenerate the metal from the soluble salt and complex. This method is called as what? Leaching. Okay. There is a different methods of leaching. First method is called as cyanide leaching. Okay. Cyanide leaching. Okay, this metal, especially extraction of gold, we can use this cyanide process. Okay, the ore has many impurities. Okay, in order to remove that impurities like aluminum, some silicates are there. So to remove such a kind of impurities, we must use cyanide leaching. Here, the gold is mixed with a suitable solvent like sodium cyanide or potassium cyanide. Okay, they are called as what? Suitable solvent. Here, the gold, okay, is mixed with the suitable cyanide. Okay, then water in presence of oxygen. Okay, here it form a complex. Okay, so this is the method. Okay, this is the method. The ore soluble in solvent like potassium cyanide, little amount of water and oxygen, we form a complex. Okay, we can use this type of equation also. For example, AU react with the KCl. KCl is a potassium cyanide, is a solvent. Okay, it acts as a solvent and little amount of water we get. Okay, we get a complex like this. Okay, so this is the reaction, sir. That means the metal in a ore soluble with the solvent forming a complex like a potassium cyanide. This is called as a potassium cyanide. Potassium cyanide complex. Okay, and potassium hydroxide. In this impurities like aluminosilicates or impurities, okay, are insoluble. Okay, either gold is soluble forming a complex, but impurities like aluminosilicates are insoluble. We can easily filter and take it off. Okay, then from this complex we are going to recover the metals. Okay, so in order to recover the metal, this complex should be treated with a deoxygenated zinc dust. For example, see, let me go through once again. AuCN twice. Okay, is reacted with the zinc dust. Okay, it happens K2ZnCN4 plus 2Au. Okay, we can get a zinc, gold is regenerated from the complex. Here, the gold has a zero oxidation state in elementary form. Okay, so this method is called as a cementation method. Cementation method is one of the method recovering the gold from a soluble complex by using a zinc test. That process is called as what? Cementation. Okay, this question will be asked in a 2 mark questions in public exam. Okay, this process is called as a cyanide leaching. Cyanide leaching is one of the technique to remove the impurities from metal like gold. Okay, so the gold, the whole of gold is mixed with the potassium cyanide as a solvent with the reduced amount of water and oxygen. The metal which is present in gold soluble with suitable solvent forming a complex like potassium cyanide. Impurities like aluminum silicates are insoluble. Okay. From the complex, the gold is regenerated by adding a zinc test. This process is called as what? Cementation. Okay. So cyanide leaching is over. Next, second type of leaching like ammonia leaching. Let me take ammonia leaching. Okay. Ammonia leaching is nothing but the crushed ore or the powdered ore is mixed with the ammonia. Okay. While mixed with the ammonia, it form a complex, soluble complex. Okay. Impurities are insoluble. Okay. Impurities are insoluble. Ore mixed with the ammonia, forming a soluble complex. Insolubles are impurities. Let's give like copper. Okay, so this is a complex. Okay, tetraamine copper 2 ion is a complex. It means the whole of copper is mixed with the ammonia solvent like ammonia. It forms a soluble complex. Impurities are removed by this method. Okay, impurities are insoluble. We can easily filter off it. Okay, like one more example, nickel. Nickel also forming a soluble complex. Okay, soluble complex here. Okay, so nickel complex is formed. Next, these are called as ammonia leaching. Okay, ammonia leaching is nothing but when the ore is treated with the solvent like ammonia, it forms a soluble complex and impurities are insoluble. Okay, the impurities can be easily separated. From the complex, we can easily regenerate the required metals. Okay, this method is called as what? Ammonia leaching. Then third method we are going to see about alkali leaching. Okay, so alkali leaching. The alkali leaching is nothing but the metal, the ore of metal is react with the solvent like alkali, forming a soluble salt. Okay, impurities are insoluble. Okay, that method is called as what? Alkali leaching. Here, let me take one example like bauxite. Okay, bauxite is a ore of aluminum. Bauxite is a ore of aluminum. Okay, aluminum. Here we are going to remove the impurities like iron oxide. This bauxite, Al2O3 dot 2 molecules of H2O. It contains impurities like iron oxide, large amount of iron oxide together with the titanium oxide. Okay, so it's our duty, we have to remove this gangus. So that we are taking the bauxite ore and mix it with the solvent like alkali, sodium carbonate or sodium hydroxide. So the metal react with the sodium hydroxide or sodium carbonate forming a soluble salt. The impurities are insoluble. We can easily remove the impurities from the soluble salt. We can easily regenerate the required aluminum. Okay, this method is called as what? Alkali leaching. Let me see that this bauxite ore, okay, Al2O3 react with the alkali like sodium hydroxide and water. Okay, at 472, 520 Kelvin, 35 atmosphere. Okay, instead of using sodium hydroxide, we can use sodium carbonate also. Okay, we get a complex like sodium meta-aluminate. This is called as soluble salt or soluble complex. So this is a soluble complex. Okay, soluble complex is formed. Sodium meta-aluminate. Okay, sodium meta-aluminate is formed. Okay, while mixing oxide both with the sodium carbonate, so our sodium hydroxide, we get a soluble complex of sodium meta-aluminate. Impurities like iron oxide and titanium dioxides are insoluble. It is easily removed. Okay, from that complex we are going to regenerate aluminum. That means we recovered aluminum, not regenerated, recovered aluminum by neutralize with the carbon dioxide. Okay, so this complex is further treated with the carbon dioxide. So we get Al2O3 dot X molecule of water dot 2NaHCO3. Okay, this is the process we are getting. Okay, after getting see, one thing you have to keep remember here. While oxide is mixed with a suitable solvent, a soluble complex, and impurities like iron oxide and titanium oxide is obtained, it is filtered. Okay, I mean decant or filtered. Okay, after that the complex should be cooled and diluted with the cooled, dried, and it is treated with neutralized with water, carbon dioxide, forming a hydrated oxides. So this is called as hydrated aluminum oxides. Okay, where the sodium bicarbonate is produced. This is a filter and it is dried. Okay, dried and heated up to 1673 Kelvin. We get Al2O3. Okay, so from that you can easily you can easily get aluminum by the reduction process. Removal of oxygen, we get aluminum by the process called a suitable reducing agent. Next topic we are going to study that only. So this method is called as what? Alkali leaching. Alkali leaching is nothing but removing unwanted earthy impurities. Okay. For that, the ore should be crushed and powder and it is mixed with the suitable solvent like sodium carbonate or sodium hydroxide. It forms a soluble complex and impurities are insoluble. The impurities are separated. From that complex, we are recovered aluminum. Okay, this method is called as what? Alkali leaching. Finally, we are going to see that acid leaching. Okay, acid leaching. Acid leaching is nothing but the ore is treated with hot sulfuric acid. For example, let us take zinc sulfide. Okay, zinc sulfide is an insoluble ore. Okay, it is treated with the hot sulfuric acid. Okay, in presence of oxygen. Okay, we get soluble salt of zinc sulfate. This is insoluble ore is converted into soluble salt of zinc sulfate and sulfur plus water. Okay, this is the reactions. This is the reactions. Elementary sulfur is obtained. Okay, which is zero oxidation state. So some of the impurities are removed here. From the zinc sulfate, we are going to regenerate zinc. We recovered zinc. This is called as what? Acid leaching. Acid leaching is simply we are treating a ore with the acid, forming a soluble salt. From that soluble salt, we can easily recover the metal. Impurities are insoluble. This method is called as what? Acid leaching. Okay, we have seen 4 types of leaching. One is cyanide leaching, ammonia leaching, alkaline leaching, and acid leaching. Definitely, any one question will be asked in this topic. That is called as leaching. Finally, we have to conclude that leaching is one of the method removing the unwanted earthy impurities like gangus or matrix by mixing with suitable solvent. Okay, the ore is mixed with the suitable solvent. It forms a soluble complex or salt. Impurities are insoluble. Impurities are separated by filtration process. The soluble complex or a salt is taken out and separately, and we can from that we can easily regenerate a metal. Okay, this process is called as what? Leaching. Thank you, students. Let me continue next video.